the critical moment. They're all working towards that. Right behind me are the visuals coming in from ISRO. They are the heroes. They are the heroes. It is their story. It is their moment. They are the ones who have quietly worked hours, quietly worked months, days and years and decades behind the scene, unsung heroes so far, finally coming to the forefront. This is their moment as they monitor every single second, every single path and every single aspect of Tiranga on the moon. That's what we are calling it, Tiranga on the moon, ladies and gentlemen. This is the story tonight that we need to follow, and we as Indians need to be so proud of. There is a message there which says that sky is no longer the limit for our pride, because we are going way beyond, way beyond. That's what they're saying. That's what they have set their goals to. And this is the reason why it is so special, the moon mission, that is Chandrayaan 2. This is the reason why Tiranga on moon is history tonight. This is telling the world we are not just there with you, we have not just caught up with you, we're just surging far ahead. We're surging far ahead. India's giant leap to the moon. That's what we're calling it here, Tiranga on moon. That's the hashtag. Here is the story. What's going to happen? What's going to happen in exactly 1 hour and 53 minutes from now? Chandrayaan 2's 15 terrifying minutes. There you go. Vikram is traveling at a speed of 1.6 kilometers per second. That speed, ladies and gentlemen, is so much faster than commercial airlines. 30 to 40 times faster than commercial airlines. And you thought they go fast. So, and then it has got to decelerate. As it makes that landing approach, in 15 minutes it's going to travel 96 kilometers onto the moon's surface, and as it comes down it's got to decelerate from 1.6 kilometers per second to just less than 2 meters per second. So it's got to decelerate, and then it's got to adjust and correct itself so that it, at about 100 meters from the surface, it will make a decision. Which of the spots, the two options, where to land, which is safer, where to attempt that soft landing, and that's what. So it's going to do what it's called technically hazard avoidance, so that it doesn't land onto a rock or a crater, and it uses the most suitable surface. It's doing it at that speed. It's doing it on its own, without any human intervention. It's AI, artificial intelligence. That's what's going to do it. That's the technology that's going to power it. At 10 meters, the thrusters will be fired to balance on the moon's gravitational pull. It's 1/6 of Earth's gravity, the moon's gravitational pull. The lander will be going parallel, with its legs parallel to the moon's surface, and then it will then adjust itself. And depending upon where it's going to land, it will have to adjust itself in terms of the angle how it lands. Now the central engine will be ignited, sensors will be activated for the soft landing, and there are specific provisions to make sure that it is the softest landing possible, so that there is minimum of dust that arises, so that the negatively charged dust of the moon does not disrupt the tech specs and the technology and the radars and the sensors and the cameras that are installed, and it also facilitates the opening of that Pragyan rover. That's why there is a difference between 1:53 a.m., that is the time for the touchdown or the landing, and 3:53 a.m. is for the Pragyan rover to roll out of the lander Vikram. India will be the fourth country to make this soft landing, after the US, the erstwhile USSR and China. But none of them have been able to match our cost. We've done it dirt cheap, ladies and gentlemen. The blockbuster Interstellar cost more than Chandrayaan 2. Chandrayaan 2, 978 crore or $141 million. Interstellar was $148 million, if I get my numbers correctly. That is the story. Let's just quickly go across. We've got our panelist, Dr. P.K. Ghosh, has made his way into the studio. He was feeling left out, sitting outside in the newsroom. He's with us. Dinesh Sharma, Yogesh, stay on with us. Oh, he had to work. He had a tough time controlling this Pragyan rover model. Imagine what the Pragyan rover is going to do on its own on the moon's surface. And Akash Sinha continues to stay on with us. Some of his robotics, his programming, are there fitted on the eyes of the Pragyan rover. Deepa, you are there where history is going to be made. The mission control not so far away from you. You're there at the viewing center. There are plenty of media presence also. But tell us the buzz. When is the Prime Minister going to arrive? Where are the children? How far are they from you, who are going to be watching this live along with the PM?
Well, they're in a different complex, a very They're in a different complex, very, very close to here. The Prime Minister will be reaching the ISRO Center, the ISRO Telemetry and Tracking Center here around 1:30, after which, of course, 1:40 to 1:55 is that very crucial landing of the Vikram lander. But joining me now also is Mr. Nirbhay Kumar. Sir, he's a scientist who's actually in charge of one of the payloads or instruments on that lander. So your work, I believe you're in charge of the payload called Ramba, right? That's the radio anatomy of the moon's ionosphere as well as atmospheric studies. So basically you're looking at the atmospheric study of the moon.
It is basically ionospheric study of near lunar surface actually. It is the RAMBA, it stands for Radio Anatomy of Moon Mount Hypersensitive Ionosphere and Atmosphere. That is the acronym for this RAMBA.
So your work basically kicks in tomorrow after the landing and the rover deployment?
Yeah. We will be actually giving authorizing command for this deployment of our this Langmuir probe, that boom kind of structure you may see in the videos which are shown on the ISRO website. You can very well see in that. So our work will start tomorrow after rover activities are over.
So how will this kind of atmospheric or ionospheric study help us in understanding? I believe one of the key goals, of course, is that having Chandrayaan getting some insights of the moon's surface, its makeup, its atmosphere, its subsurface temperatures, all these instruments which will be recording all this. One of the goals, maybe eventually, maybe 8 years, 10 years from now, is also looking at moon as perhaps a stopover or a space station for future planetary missions.
See, of course, once we are having landing capability, we can have that moon can be used as a platform for other future missions. Yeah, definitely. So moons definitely can be a station. So soft landing will make us capable of thinking of that, and we can plan the next missions like that.
I believe NASA is already looking at that as a possibility, right?
See, we are not behind NASA and all. I am thinking that ISRO is having its own conception. It is for justified space use and space technology for the India.
So Chandrayaan-1, our first lunar mission, had found certain waterized particles with a moon impactor probe. So this, of course, will be building up on all the insights gained from Chandrayaan-1.
See, it is having some instruments which are the second level, or we can say version 2 for some of the older instrument. But yeah, we are having some new instrument also.
And there's a lot of excitement. I can see many of your scientists also who are gathered here.
Yeah, many of young faces you will see here. You can zoom your camera over here. Many of my colleagues here and there, they're mixed in this your gathering.
Right.
So all are quite excited.
I saw some of them wearing a tag saying the Human Space Flight Program also. So some very young recruits as well, I think, are there who are part of the Human Space Flight mission, which is 3 years from now.
See, yeah, ISRO is having beautiful this thing. Here we are full of youngsters. So it's a young force is the strength of ISRO, we would say. So behind us we are having our great scientists, like great seniors like our chairman, all respected directors. So we were having all the great seniors behind us. So under their guidance we can do wonders. Yeah.
Right, and all the best. I'm sure you're going to have a very nervous, perhaps anxiety filled next 2 weeks.
I'm not, for my personal sake, I'm not nervous. I'm quite confident. I have.
I like that. I love that.
Fantastic, very nice. Of course, one thing I've noticed about so many of these scientists, they're so cool. Of course, the chairman said those 15 terrifying minutes, but all of these scientists that I have met are just cool. They're like, okay, we know that system is going to work. We've tested it so many times. We're in control. That's the kind of feeling I'm getting from so many of these scientists.
Deepa, that's the quiet confidence that is required, and that's the reason why we have a Sasta, Sundar, Tikao and sabse effective Asardar Chandrayaan mission or a moon mission that we've got. Tiranga on moon, ladies and gentlemen. Deepa, fantastic work. We'll come back to you in just a bit. Tiranga on moon is trending. Use the hashtag, share with us your thoughts, your pictures. We'll put those out. How are you watching the moon mission? There are so many people who are engaging with us on involved.news18.com. I'm just going to say hi. Nagaland Doraswamy also continues to stay on with us. Great, Nagaland. Fantastic having you with us on this coverage. Stay on with us right through the night till 6 a.m. Please, I request all of you to please stay on with us here on this coverage. Dr. W. Selvamurthy, President, Amity Science Foundation, and also Chancellor, also joins us along with our other guests. And Dr. Selvamurthy, I'm going to come across to you with a few questions, and please answer them for our viewers. These are viewers who are watching this broadcast right now. There are 2-3 questions. Nishant has asked a question on Involve, where he says, why is the outer cover of Chandrayaan 2 gold in color? What is this use of gold? That is one of the questions. So let's start with that, sir, if you can answer that. And then they're also asking, Vivek Rao is asking a question where he says, what will be the direct impact of what India achieves tonight and this morning?
See, India is going to prove its scientific acumen, technology, and also using such a mission management, program management, and the whole materials engineering and technology, the propulsion, control and guidance and navigation, payload integration, development of our own indigenous payloads, and also technologies for modeling and simulation, and ultimately to land do a soft landing on the moon is a great scientific marvel which India is going to create, and we are going to create a history with frugal innovation and also the very cost-effective investment which we have done on this program. So this is going to be exciting things which will pave the way and open up avenues for many more accomplishments to come. And it is going to do a lot of scientific data to be collected from this. Orbiter, lander and rover, which has been fitted with so many payloads which will look into the nature of the terrain and also the rocks available, the mineral content available, the electromagnetic radiation, atmospheric conditions, and also the temperature gradients at various levels, including up to 10 centimeter depth. What is going to be the gradient? So you will be understanding many things. So when you are looking at the manned mission or the human mission in space, I think these data is going to help us to plan those the mission as well. And I think this is a very important milestone, and I'm very confident in the next couple of hours we will make history and we will have a soft landing, because the redundancy built in all the system, that is lander and rover, is so good. Even if there is some difficulty, the intelligence is given to the lander and rover to even counter those challenges. I think that is how the whole thing has been planned, and you will see that it will soft land as has been predicted, and I am sure the India will be making and becoming the first nation to land on the southern polar region of the moon.
True. Sir, this question, our viewer has asked, would you please answer that question? Nishant wants to know, what is with gold? Why has the Pragyan rover, the Vikram lander, been wrapped with gold?
See, it is the materials. You need the materials to withstand the vagaries of those conditions through which the lander and the rover pass through. So you need to have that kind of material, and that's why it is gold. Gold is used, which can withstand the radiation, the temperature, the pressure, all these vagaries through which the lander is going to pass through can be countered by this covering with the gold cover. That's the reason for that.
Well, that's fantastic. Let me just take that question. There are others who have also asked this question. Mr. Selvamurthy, please stay on with us. Do stay on with us, Dr. Selvamurthy. I am going to take this question with our panelists here. Gold, and also they are saying, all right, Gurmeet Chopra is saying this is real India. This will inspire an entire generation. Bipin from Kolkata is saying that one of my friends is part of this project. I'm so proud. Well, one of the people who passed out part of the project, I'm so proud, is sitting with us in the studio here. Another one just joined Deepa live on the show. They've got something personally invested into this. For us, all of us, it's a matter of pride, ladies and gentlemen. But Akash Sinha, I've got something personally invested. It's his technology which is also helping the eyes of the Pragyan rover to assimilate everything around it in a 3D format. That's what you've been able to do. So great job done there. And he's somebody who's come back. He's done this for NASA, Lockheed, that's what he said, and now he's doing it for ISRO and for India. Fantastic. We need more of them to come back, and we need more of them to be inspired, like that 7 or 8-year-old who was there with Radhika Ramaswamy and who said, why is it that there's going to be 2 hours between 1:53 a.m. and 3:53 a.m. between lander Vikram and Pragyan rover rolling out? And he was saying it so confidently, this is the reason, this is the reason. I love that spunk, that chutzpah. That was fantastic, Dr. Ghosh. So the gold aspect, Dinesh Sharma, you want to say?
As far as I understand, it is for thermal insulation. Because
thermal insulation.
Because the instrument, the electronics, the sensor inside the lander as well as the satellite, the orbiter and the satellite, have to be protected through the journey, and they have to work properly at once the land and when the systems are switched on. So everything has got to work. So it is kind of a thermal protection, because you are undergoing such a long journey through which you are exposed to various temperatures, radiations, cosmic radiation, and all kinds of hazards. So it is for that reason.
Well, you know,
apart from the thermal this thing, you know that the moon doesn't have atmosphere, and there's heavy bombardment of alpha particles, the cosmic rays, etc. So all that is sort of prevented, and if you just leave it open, the sensors and all will deteriorate in a very short time.
Right.
So you keep all that enclosed so that they don't deteriorate.
So that's why the material gold. So, because gold
It is not really gold as such, but I think it's what's the alam? I'm not too sure of the exact, but I don't think
Yeah.
it's
Not gold as
It's not
material,
gold,
it's a color.
but
No, the color
color is gold.
So the color is gold
Yes.
by
Material
default, or the
also
color
has
is
to
gold by
withstand.
choice? That's, I think,
Yes.
one of the questions. Dr. Selvamurthy was also saying something similar, saying that the vagaries of the travel have to be borne, thermal insulation, another aspect. Yogesh, Akash, you want to chip in?
I do think there is some gold coating, and I guess the reason is that gold is being a very good conductor of heat, as sir was pointing out, for thermal conductivity. It's going to keep all the temperature uniform around it.
Right.
That could be one of the reasons.
That could be one of the reasons. Now let us talk about another aspect. Let's look at the landing part, those 15 minutes of terror, or 15 terrifying minutes, what we're talking about, what we're going to achieve. So viewers joining this broadcast, let's try and start with that. Dr. Selvamurthy, why is this 15 terrifying minutes, why is it so unique, and why is it so important for India? Please explain to our viewers, Dr. Selvamurthy. We have the counter. Yes, we've got the mission control visuals also. Yes, go ahead, sir. Please explain. Go ahead.
Yeah. See, you have the lunar gravity, which is pulling this body which is moving towards the lunar surface, and you have a body which is moving at a velocity, let's say even if it is less than 5 meters per second, so it's moving at that velocity, then you are slowing down gradually, and then you need to look at a place where it has to safe land. So that is why it is the precision braking is a critical point. The rough braking that starts, and then the precision braking comes in. Then ultimately you need to maneuver in a place to land which is very safe, so that the rover doesn't get, the wheels doesn't get trapped in a crater or any of the holes available. So you need to maneuver that to put it without any damage to the rover, because that is the most critical information gatherer, the data gatherer. So the challenge is that, because it has to, you need to regulate the vertical and the horizontal plane, because it is moving. So horizontally you have to control, and also vertically you have to control. So we have this semi-autonomous function given to the rover with the algorithms which is written there, and it has some intelligence. These are intelligent, smart rover. So it knows where to land, looking at the camera pictures and the nature of the terrain, whether it is between the crater it has to land. So it takes time to land. So that is why this 15 minutes is very critical to do all these maneuvers, particularly the last 5 minutes, I will say, the most critical. And when the rover decides to land at a place safe,
the lander.
and then starts maneuvering. It's just not only sending a rover there, it has to do after that 14 days it has to function. So that is why the landing is so critical, the last 15 minutes, of which last 5 minutes the most critical.
Absolutely. So we'll talk about the lander Vikram and the technology that's gone into it and what it's going to do. Ladies and gentlemen, let's understand this, that in Earth, when something's entering the atmosphere of the Earth, there is a certain amount of friction that it faces. There is a certain amount of deceleration that has to happen after some time, but you have to enter the Earth's atmosphere at a particular velocity. We know all of that. With the moon, how does it function? What happens? I'm just going to quickly go back to Deepa Balakrishnan, because Deepa has somebody else with her at ISRO. Yes, Deepa.
Yeah, in fact, joining me is one of the engineers here at ISTRAC, the ISRO's Telemetry and Tracking Command, Ms. Swarupa Rani, ma'am. What has been your involvement with the Chandrayaan 2 project? How exciting has it been?
See, actually, main thing, ISRO means individual will not come. Whatever we are doing, it's a teamwork. Whether it is man or woman. So, if you are getting chance, you have to prove it. If man gets chance, he has to prove it. So, together we will join and we will succeed.
In fact, 30% of the team for Chandrayaan 2 are women scientists, I hear. The mission director is a woman. How challenging is it for women to be in break the glass ceiling?
No woman and all. See, everybody will be involved. So, in some point, women will be taking care. They given chance. So, they are doing.
Well, important point. I must make that correction. Stop telling people men scientists or women scientists. They're all scientists like Swarupa. Certainly, ma'am. How exciting has this project been for you?
No, exciting means any project we are taking, not in a sudden. We will be making teams. Then each one will give the vision. Combined together, what management will decide. This only as per this we have to go. Then sitting together, step by step, we'll study, then we will be proving.
I see a lot more interest among youngsters now. Is it because of big scale projects like Chandrayaan, like Mangalyaan that we are seeing interest among youngsters into rocket science per se, especially women? I'm sorry, but I really have to ask that as well.
See, actually youngsters means right now. But actually if you have to see from past 3 decades, those times they are also youngsters.
True.
So once they have proven, by seeing that now youth are, we have to prove. That enthusiasm has come. Other than that, nothing. Because they are studying through media so much and all. Those days, they will be own analysis by taking care books, reading, so many exercises they need.
So the top scientists today actually grew to be top scientists after their interest came up 20 years ago. How long have you worked with ISRO, ma'am?
Yeah, I am working from past 28 years.
28 years. All the best, ma'am, with this mission as well. Swarupa Rani is one of the engineers here at ISRO who has joined us.
Well,
Yes, 28 years, and she says, let's not say male scientists, women scientists, let's just say everyone's a scientist. Of course, that's an important point that she made.
Not just the important point, she's just simplified and dialed it down, saying dial down the excitement. What we're doing is we've been doing it for 28 years, so there are more people who are coming to do. But for us, it is very, very exciting, and it's great to see people like her come to the fore, and the world is knowing what they've been doing, Deepa. That's phenomenal. I'm going to come back to you again, just pulling away from you, going across to Mumbai. Radhika Ramaswamy also joining us from the Nehru Science Planetarium there. Yes, Radhika, the interactive sessions are still on, and the numbers,
so I'm at the
seats are full.
The seats are full. Almost about 300 of them. Interactive session is still on. In fact, right now, the entire history of Chandrayaan 2 is going on the screen right now. Everybody is watching and interacting with each other as well. I'm going to go across to a couple of students. Okay, tell me. So, are you sleepy? No. Okay, you came here 2 hours back, right?
Yeah. Okay.
So how excited are you? So you seem a little sleepy, but you were excited an hour back. You're running out of patience, is it?
Not before an hour, before many days. When I got the news, my mother gave the news that we are going to Nehru Science Center and we are going to see the Chandrayaan 2 landing live. So I got very excited. I came with my brother and family, and I am feeling like I'm very proud of my country that now we are going, and we are the first person to go on the South Pole. So I'm very happy.
You're very proud and happy. What about you?
I'm also proud and happy. ISRO is going to make it, and they are going to collect some particles of South Pole, including water and ice and everything which will be useful for our generation, our future.
Okay, I'm going to go across to a couple of grown-ups as well. So here's this gentleman with his whole family here. So what does this mission mean to you? I mean, there's so many youngsters here. You've come with your children. So tell us for you, what is, how historic is this going to be for you?
It will be a historic moment for India. It's a big achievement for India, basically. And all the components made in India, basically. And it will be a really big achievement if it lands successfully. So I'm a little nervous about it, but I'm really hopeful that it will.
And you have a lot of interest in science and space, or is it your kids who made made you come here?
Yeah, surely. I want my son also to see it and enjoy with all the people around. Yeah, surely.
You got your entire family here, right? So what's the excitement level like?
Yeah, because India is going to make its first history in the world to go on the southern region of the moon. That is the excitement, and we all hope that India will do it.
Okay, so very confident there. We all will know that. We all know that India will do it. Is the message we are getting from the. So yes, the excitement level is just going up as the hours are passing by, and actually people are running out of patience because they just want to see that historic moment. They want to witness it soon. So that's the kind of the atmosphere that we are witnessing here, Anand.
True, an hour and 30 minutes, less than an hour and 30 minutes, that little kid right behind you, he's got his eyes blinking. He's just trying to keep his eyes open and say, I'm not going to sleep, I'm not going to sleep. But I love that behind you, I love that. And the fact is, imagine if those people sitting inside the planetarium, their patience is running out. Imagine how much of patience and resolve the scientists at ISRO have to show. Failure after failure, delay after delay, and now finally you are getting into that moment and it's counting down, and they must be looking at that clock and saying 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, and then go 0 and then go 60, 59, 58, 57, and they must be going and saying, is everything alright, is everything alright? That's what they must be doing inside. There you go. Deliberations, each calculation being looked at, and the intensity is phenomenal. There is no drop at the energy levels inside the mission control, and these people have been at it. This must be their 14th or 15th hour non-stop, and then it's like 24 hours non-stop till the time it's 6 a.m. in the morning, and Pragyan rover rolls out and starts sending out its image. Till that moment, it's not over. Let's now come back, dial back in. Saurabh Tiwari is watching the broadcast. He's put out something on Twitter. Saurabh Tiwari is his Twitter handle, and he said, I've written a small poem on Chandrayaan 2. It's titled Night Out. Do check it out, is what he said. I've checked it out. I'm going to read it out. He says, let's make our night with bright moonlight, the moon's south polar region. The aim is to discover season benefits to India, humanity as a whole. This is our Chandrayaan goal.